Thank you. We are now recording. Let's share the screen. I'm going to put us on present. And there we are. This is where we are. We're at the beautiful health inside and out, your microbiome, why it's important. And I will be talking about a lot of the inside portion, and Frieda's going to be talking about the skincare. To get started and talk about our microbiome in general, I love meet your bacterial buddies. You know, you're never really alone. Your body is crawling with trillions of microbial friends, which may gross you out, but it's not a bad thing. All of them make up your microbiome, a word you hear a lot, but might not completely understand. The microbiome is a normal part of a healthy life. Many studies suggest that your community of microbes play a large role in your health. So, who are your bacterial buddies? Well, first of all, it's not only bacteria living on and inside your body. Your gut microbiome contains not only 300 to 500 different species of bacteria, but also other types of microbes such as viruses and fungi, and even some parasites. Yes, I said parasites live in a healthy gut. It's not always a bad thing. There's actually research at the Institute of Healthy Aging at University College London is seeing a relationship between the decline in gut health to an increase in inflammatory illness. So there's a great variety of bacteria and microbes that live in communities all around your body. For example, your skin, your nose, mouth, ears, and armpits all have different kinds of inhabitants. There's even a difference in who's living between your toes versus other parts of your feet. Now, the gut, that's what we usually think of, and that's what's been most researched. It contains 40,000 different strains and species of microbes. The diversity is very important because the more diverse your gut microbiome, the more resources it has to protect your health and increase your resilience to infection. Everyone's microbiome is unique. Yours is shaped by the experience you've had even from birth. Whether you were born a natural birth, a cesarean section, it impacts your microbiome. And your diet and environment impact your body and bacterial friends that live with you. Age is also an important factor. There we go. I want to tell, there's 6 facts that you may or may not know about the microbiome. A couple of these I didn't know until I was starting the research on this. I already said that your microbiome is unique to you and is composed of hundreds of different types of bacteria. But these bacteria actually vary from day to day with a turnover rate that happens every single day. So this is something that it can be changed. Number 2, the microbes that live in your body are determined by what you're exposed to. The more diverse, the more potential you have for a strong immune system. At geography, stress, diet, age, gender, and everything you come into contact every single day affects the composition of your microbiome. Number 3, we actually depend on our microbes to stay alive. They protect you against invasive germs. They help break down your food to release energy, and they manufacture vitamins, especially the important B vitamins. It also significantly impacts your digestion, how you age, and the strength of your immune system, your mood, and your ability to think clearly. 4, and this is something I didn't know. Although bacteria accounts for most of the mass of the microbiota, viruses are actually the most abundant. Viral cells help the bacteria flourish by transferring genetic code. There's approximately 3.3 million microbial genes in the human body compared to only 2,000 functional human genes. This suggests that our health is more determined by nurture rather than nature. And I was in the lab the days of the genetic, the breakthrough of we're gonna map the whole body of the genetics. And then they found out it wasn't nearly as important as we thought it was going to be. Number 5, our microbes help control inflammation all over our body. Specific types of bacteria such as lactobacillus and bifidobacterium inhibit inflammatory responses in the intestine. It reduces the expression of pro-inflammatory cytokines and stimulates the production of anti-inflammatory cytokines. And if you don't know what a cytokine is, the cytokines, when you get a cytokine, you may have heard the cytokine cascade from COVID. That just means that it's just turning out proteins that cause inflammation. But there's also some that damp down inflammation. Number 6, besides having a diet high in sugar and calories and low in fiber and nutrients, the main substances that disrupt a healthy microbiome are antibiotics, chronic use of NSAIDs, that's the aspirin type products, alcohol, drinking alcohol, and environmental toxins. So, how does your diet affect the gut microbiome? Now, I've said this a lot, but I'm going to keep saying it. Remember that diversity of our microbiome is affected by everything we're exposed to. This is particularly true with what we eat. In fact, when you eat, you might as well consider that you're feeding your microbes just as much or maybe even more than you're feeding your own body. The bacteria, yeast, fungi, and more are working for you. They metabolize a lot of foods you couldn't able to metabolize because they form enzymes that help metabolize those products. So you do want to treat them right. And guess what? They love fiber. That's what we call prebiotics. And fiber is also in all kinds of foods we eat. Eating a rich variety of these foods, it's going to increase the diversity of the microbiome, which also supports your own health. And look, there's so many wonderful choices there. There's all kinds of foods I love, in particular raspberries and dark chocolate, but other ones too. And one excellent choice, only one, but a very excellent choice is the Mediterranean diet. And we've heard lots of, we've had lots of information about how it's healthy for you, but one reason it's healthy for you, it's because it's healthy for your microbiome. And actually, that picture makes me very hungry. It's known for a variety of nutrient and fiber-rich foods that promotes that microbial diversity, which includes plenty of fruits and vegetables, adding some legumes and whole grains, generous use of healthy fats, the fatty fish, the olive oil, those, and minimal animal-based proteins. I think it's even better if you don't have animal protein in it for your microbiome, but still, this is an excellent, excellent diet. They've even done studies of testing people on their different diets and then testing the diversity of their microbiome, and this comes out really well. So we know that a healthy diet is good for your overall health, but we're talking about a workshop for healthy skin. So what about feeding your skin? Beautiful skin starts with your diet. It's the largest organ in your body. It goes through many cycles of renewal and repair. Proper nutrition supplies your skin with materials it needs to maintain beauty and strength. In particular, the skin needs vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, proteins, and omega-3 fatty acids. By including plenty of fruits and vegetables, legumes and whole grains, healthy fats, does that sound familiar? It's going to support your skin too. But as we age, it's kind of nice to focus a little bit on increasing specific nutrients that will have your skin glowing. One of these is vitamin C, and I think probably everybody here understands that vitamin C is good for their skin, but you might not know exactly why. One of the reasons it's good is it actually regulates the amount of collagen produced in your skin. And this is vitamin C. I don't know if it does it when it's Frieda will be able to tell us whether putting vitamin C on your skin helps the collagen, but I know eating it helps the collagen. I'm talking about eating it. And so you want collagen. Why do you want collagen? Because that's what gives that elasticity, that structure, the bounce of your skin. It really strengthens your skin. So vitamin C stabilizes the production of collagen and increases the rate that it's made. And so then your skin can look firm and healthy. So I am a USANA associate, and there are some different supplements that I'll just mention briefly. There's one called Perflavanol C that we call a facelift in the bottle because it has vitamin C, an excellent multi-ascorbate vitamin C, and also grapeseed extract, which is great for the skin. Some more that you might not think of. Usually people think of these for eye health, but lutein and zeaxanthin are carotenoids. They're plant pigments. Usually they have it's the foods with the orange color, the carrots, the cantaloupe, the oranges, and also greens. So this was spinach here, but any greens, they usually have these two phytonutrients in there. These are important to eat, a lot of these, because they're not produced by our body at all. I mean, some nutrients are produced by our body, but not these. They not only protect your eyes, but it also protects your skin from the effects of sun. It does it by filtering the blue light. And you always hear about blue light in the computer affecting your eyes. Well, if you are eating these foods, or if you don't feel like you can eat enough of those foods, we have a supplement called Vision X, and it not only helps the eye health, but it helps the skin too. I actually find when I'm on the computer all day long, I take this to help relieve that dry eye feeling. So more nutrients that are important is curcumin and glucosamine. Curcumin is from turmeric. You probably all know that. It's used as a spice. And the curcumin is another phytonutrient, and it really is, it helps to reduce the appearance of puffiness and swelling. So it actually helps, it's reducing inflammation. But what it does is it blocks a biochemical pathway that produces red and irritated skin. So it does help with that. If you have a little bit of redness, the curcumin is going to help it. And a lot of that is by reducing the inflammation. Now, glucosamine, if you're vegetarian, you're not probably getting much glucosamine because it's mostly in shellfish. But it's important too, because it's an amino sugar that helps build proteins and lipids. And one of the things it does, it's a precursor to hyaluronic acid. And if you've heard of hyaluronic acid, that really draws moisture in. It really helps moisturize. And our body does make it, but as we age, we get a less ability to make it. So this is a precursor that adds to that. And then as an added bonus, I had never known this, glucosamine inhibits melanin, which inhibits the appearance of those age spots, those dark spots, which are just pockets of melanin. So that's always a great thing. And the last nutrient I'm going to talk about is water, because it is so very important to drink water. The best thing we can do for our skin is to stay hydrated and drink plenty of water. And it helps us detox. It helps supply moisture to your skin, which you want to have that moisture to provide that more smooth appearance. I really think if you look in the mirror, and you could probably tell when you're hydrated and when you're not hydrated. And that is it for me. Here I am, helping you live a healthy life you love. And I would love to have a conversation with you, a one-on-one chat on Zoom or by phone. And that website is for my calendar. So it's pretty easy to remember. So thank you very much. And I'm going to stop sharing, but I would love to talk to each and every one of you. I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to let Frieda share.
Okay, let's see here.
Thank you, Melissa, for saying nice slides.
Okay, that was great, Robin. And actually, you know, we know each other so long, but first time I heard you talk about microbiome, so there are a lot of things there. So thank you. Okay, so I'm very excited I get to share with you about skin health, skin beauty. And I always like to say, you know, we used to think skin care is for beauty, but it's now we know it's also for the overall well-being, meaning if you take care of your skin the right way, you are going to have healthy body there. And okay, so let's see, how do I do it? My slide, let's see whether I can do it this way. Okay. Okay.
There we go.
Yes?
That's fine.
Oh my goodness, okay. Let's see here, what happened to my slide? Let me try.
We see it.
Okay.
Uh-oh, now it went.
Yeah. I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
Okay. Huh.
There you go.
What happened?
Frieda, if you click the one to the right of the button that you have on the bottom right-hand side, that'll show you that your slide presentation in presentation mode, if you will.
Let's see here. The thing on my right.
Yep. So if you're looking at your main screen for your PowerPoint.
Now I just have a Zoom here. So let's see here. Let me go back. Huh. Okay.
So are you not able to see your own slides?
That's right. Let me see.
So click at the very bottom right-hand corner of your PowerPoint, there's like it almost looks like a projection screen that's like on a tripod. Click the right-hand button there.
Okay, now I can see it. So let me not touch anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't touch anything.
Okay. So, you know, we all know skin is so important. First thing is it's the social importance, right? It's our appearance, our identity, and and a lot of times we actually don't recognize how important it is until later on when we see some of the beauty is not there. But it does a lot of other things. The sensation, feeling, and touch there. It regulates our body temperature. It synthesizes vitamin D, but now we also know it synthesizes vitamin B, C there, and that's really not a skin, it's actually the microbiome, and it provides the protection to our skin. So it's really, really very vital. We know they are the largest organ there. So, so what is a microbiome? I think you already heard what Robin's saying. It's an ecosystem. It also have a lot of other things there, but also with a good and bad bacterial in there coexisting together. And you probably is going to hear this term about skin barrier, because now microbiome friendly skincare is actually kind of emerging trend now. So you're going to see that. So the skin that we see here, which on this picture here is that is a skin barrier, okay? And on top of that we cannot see with our naked eye are the microbiome over our skin. And then you can see when that microbiome is healthy, okay, the skin is really intact, maintain its integrity. But on the right-hand side, when you see the microbiome was being disturbed, they are more vulnerable to have like pathogen forming there, and they can have inflammation, infections, and also lower pH skin, which is not good for the health of them. And so that's sort of like how it's in the picture, how it affected, okay? And of course, you heard what Robin talked about. The richness and the diversity are very important for the health of that. And I just want to show this to you, skin barrier, and sometimes you heard about ascendmental, which is in between there. And that is, they like to be between pH 4.5 to 5.5. When the skin at that pH level, they are most healthy. And And so the healthy skin microbes, they provide the physical barrier to protect us from the invasive microbes. They actually go down deeper into our skin to communicate with our immune system and really come out the immune response there. They help to maintain the health of the lipid barrier, which holds the moisture, which make our skin look hydrated, moisture. They have ability to repair itself. It protect it from microbes, virus, UV radiation, and free radical. And that is a healthy microbe will do it for you. When they are imbalanced, that's premature aging occur. Wrinkles and sagging, sunspots, loss of skin tone, dull and dry skin. These signs that occur much sooner, much earlier than we'd like to see. And also a lot of times you will have more skin sensitivity. That's because your microbe is not healthy, not able to protect you from the environmental aggressor. And the last is when the bad bacteria overpowering the good bacteria, that's when the skin issues occur. And they actually identify certain bacterial strain that may relate to certain things. So there are so many research is going on. We only know the tidbit of that, but it definitely have profound effect on our body and also on our skin. And this is actually a study presented by International Microbiome Society 3 years ago. They have been meeting in Europe, but they did it last 3 years ago in Boston. They say there are a significant decrease in the health of the microbiome of the people who live in Western culture. And actually, I read something in the book that each generation, the health of our microbiome is actually decreasing. That's really kind of sad, kind of shocking there. But what they did is they did a study. They compare people live in non-Western country to people live in Western country, and they found they have maybe 6,000 species of bacteria versus we have 40,000, and people have skin issues have only 8,000 species there. And that is because you heard diet, lifestyles, okay? Also and basically also the things you put on your skin. They also report there are a 500% increase in skin issues like acne, rosacea, eczema. And I have been in skincare for 26 years, and I actually witnessed that. I remember when I first started, maybe 1 out of 10, and now it's like 3, 4 out of 10 people have sensitive skin. And basically it's because our microbiome is not that healthy. And this is just to show you the problem with the synthetic chemicals, harsh preservative, antibacterial ingredients that really hurts, has caused the bad effect for our skin there, our skin microbes. So that's the movement of a lot of different kind of skincare product there, like a natural product, organic, vegan, clean, microbiome friendly, skin identical. So what are they? So I first just wanted to talk about natural. Okay, that's really is a big trend. People looking for that because they want to avoid the synthetic ingredients there. So it's good, but the only thing is natural was not defined by FDA. There's no regulation say whether you are natural or not. And they actually do have some concerns there, because if you only look for natural, you don't look for clean. A lot of times they can have contaminant, because a lot of times when you're mining the things from the natural, they could have contaminant like heavy metal contaminant there. Some natural ingredient can cause skin irritation, like a lot of people sensitive to citrus essential oil there. And also with the natural, a lot of times they don't use preservatives. And anything with the water, you have to have preservative. Otherwise, the bacteria is going to grow, the mold, and it's not good for your skin. And also there are, with the skincare industry is so events now. There are a lot of skin identical ingredient there that really can provide a lot of anti-aging effect there. So by not using it, you actually missing out on having beautiful younger looking skin there. So so that's just a little bit about natural. Organic is the same. Okay. Now the problem with us, with the US, yeah, so it's really my daughter is calling me, sorry. In United States, our skincare and cosmetic, they all group as a cosmetic, are not FDA approved, meaning that they only regulate it, okay? Meaning that you can prepare, you can make up your cosmetic product there, as long as you avoid that 11 ingredient FDA says you should not use. You are okay. You can put on the market to for sale. They only regulate if they find your labeling is not truthful to what your product there. But look at that number there. I know a lot of you probably heard about it, and some may know the number, but this number is alarming, right? It's a 1,300 ingredients there that European Union standard bans. They are either known or suspect that can cause skin irritation, can cause cancer, can cause hormone disruption. Skin irritation, most of the time you can see it. And actually I have found people have sensitivity tend to be the one that reading more on the label there. Cancer, causing hormone disruption, you don't feel it right away, but long-term effect definitely is there. I always mention, you know, the Johnson baby powder, right? There's a sue to the people get for the ovarian cancer because their talc has a contaminant of asbestos there. So just because you don't feel it does not mean it will not cause the problem. So it's very important that we get ourselves educated and we watch what we eat, but we also need to watch what we put on our skin. And there are so many ingredients. I kind of compile some of the most top ingredient there. There's I really won't be able to go over them. I don't think we have time here, but I just want to touch a couple of things. One for Dyson, it's a contaminant. Do you know it's actually emerging problem for US for the drinking water. There, I think it says 27 states all has this contaminant, and North Carolina is one, like over that, whatever that river basin area, the city around there has a contaminant. They cannot drink the water there. So it's actually a byproduct with a certain process they're doing. Okay. So, but it also in personal care product. And so you really, and so they are known carcinogen for the animal, and they believe it will cause that for the humans. Okay, so so that's one of the things, and you are going to find some of the ingredients that they say not good is because they would have the 1,4-diethylene contaminant there, and you won't see it on the ingredient. Because they don't meant to be an ingredient, but some of the ingredient we say is not good is because they had a contaminant. Phthalus is another one. It's used for plastic to be flexible, but it has the properties there. So they also use it in the skincare. They are hormone disruptor there. Also, this one, a lot of you may heard of the sodium urate sulfate. It's a surfactant. They use that to make the product foams up because it can clean better. Their problem is they are carcinogens, and they also contaminate with 1,4-diethylene there. So let's see, fragrance. You know, I think people's concept is started to change. Fragrance, sometimes we love the smell, but some people love it, but you know, you must know someone that they have sensitivity to the fragrance. They can have severe headache, they can have asthma attack, and that's because synthetic fragrance is considered industrial trade secrets. So they don't have to review what's in that ingredient, and they can hide up to 100 different chemicals. Okay, so a lot of times that one for Dyson actually is in there. Okay, and then let's see. Okay, and then sunscreen. This is one of the things I love to do, love to explain because we use so much. So there are two kind of sunscreen. One is the mineral sunscreen, which only sits on top of your skin, reflect the light, does not go into your body, does not cause sensitivity, does not harm the marine life. Okay, and they usually, if you look for sunscreen for baby, infant, they are the physical sunscreen, okay, because they are safe. But then there are also chemical sunscreen, which are these things, oxybenzone, avobenzone, these things. They also protect your skin from the UVA ray there, but they absorb into your body and quickly absorb and accumulate. Sometimes they even find in urine and breast milk, okay? And they are hormone disruptions. So FDA was supposed to ban some of the chemical sunscreen, but 3 years ago, but it has been delayed. So if you look on the dermatologist board, they are okay, but they are not okay. 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 Anyway, and lead contamination. There's so many things in a lot of makeup there. So like FDA regulated lead, and they say that they allow to have 10 ppm is what's allowed. And but then when they do the study, a lot of name brand has, like the lip color has 7.19, okay, ppm. So you tell me, is it okay to have some in it? No, I would say I'm going to go for the one has none. You wear lipstick on your lip, you lick on it, you eat on it. So it just we wanted to do the best for our skin, right? Okay, so my company actually have this list, and that this is not just the only thing we avoid, but I usually provide this to people because they are very common, that if you want to check on your ingredient, you probably can find some of this. I can send this afterwards as a reference here. But the other thing is you can also, I will send this to you. Some of you must probably know EWG.org is a really good site that you can put in the ingredient and put in the product. It will give you the rating from 1 to 10, 1 being low and 3, 4 being 5, 6 is not good. Like fragrance is always 8 there. So that you can use that to help you. But it's actually pretty time consuming too, right? So so that's why it's good to look for clean company, look for the company, read their policy, their vision statement or whatever, and then check it out to make sure what they do is what they say, and go with the company, because then you feel comfortable, you are safe, you don't have to waste a lot of time doing that. Does everyone agree on that? Okay, so now I know we want to talk about microbiome, spend a lot of time talk about clean, because that is so important. You don't want to disrupt the microbiome. Okay, so that's the number one thing there. But microbiome friendly actually goes steps further, is they actually also put in the ingredients there that will promote and support the growth and the balance of the microbiome. So not just passively doing that, but also more aggressively doing those kind of things there. So let's see here. And this is a very interesting, this is actually a microbiome company that tests whether your product or microbiome. They actually show, you can see the right hand side is the one with some any kind of commercial face cream, conventional face cream, and they actually wipe out the bacteria compared to the one on the left there. You don't really realize that. And okay, and then we were talking about number of ingredients to avoid. So I just want to share, I'm very proud to say European Union standard bans 1,300. To Aurora, the company I represent, we actually banned 6,900 ingredients there. Our products are natural, skin identical. We do use one preservatives. That EU says if you use less than 1.0%, it's okay. We use less than 0.5%. So, so number one, don't use anything that would irritate your microbiome. Number two, Alana, is they do use prebiotic and probiotic in the skincare there, because they do play an important role in the skin care there. Oh, my time is almost up. So probiotic, they can balance your microbiome. They boost your skin's production of the lipids, which is good for your lipid barrier. They restore your pH, as we say that they like to be in a 4.5 to 5.5. As we age, our skin pH increase and actually weaken its ability to protect us from all the environmental aggressor there. They also speed up the cell turnover. And there's a difference in microbiome friendly. I think I'm going to forget about that point there, slide there. And I just want to share a little bit, like the company Aurora, we actually have all these probiotic in there and have all these prebiotic in our skincare, in our body treatment, and also in our makeup. Okay. And okay, let's see. And we also, you know, when a company say they are microbiome friendly, how do you know they are microbiome friendly? So we actually have an independent, Stanford independent lab to test, and it come back to say it's clinical proven to preserve the richness and the diversity of the skin. And we also clinical proven the effectiveness of that it taking care of the skin on the aging concerns there. So, okay. So I hope I give you basic concept about skin microbiome. And of course, like Robin said, it's a skin and the gut is so closely related. When people come to me and attend my workshop, and if I have conversation and I find out they sometimes have a more of the gut issue, I usually like to refer them to also looking for specialists to kind of look into that, because that's really is kind of related there. So, okay, let's see what I'm saying. Okay, so what I'm saying is, if what I'm saying interests you and you would like to find out more, I would love for you to attend my workshop. I have a workshop that is like 1 hour and 15 minutes long. I know let's see, Melissa actually went to my first few one there and kind of give me a lot of suggestions there, but it will be fun. And I send all the samples there. So thank you so much. So let me stop here. Okay. Thank you, Robin.
Smiling faces.
Thank you, Robin, for letting me know about my time.
Oh, did I think you've noticed it all on yourself. I didn't make any. It was fine. It was interesting. All very interesting information. Please feel free to ask questions. We do have a little bit of time. We left it on purpose to be able to answer questions. You can either wave your hand like a maniac, or you can use the little or you can use the little hand thing. If you go to the reactions, there's a little raise hand thing, either one. Looks like Ronnie has her hand up.
I have a question. Hi. Yeah. This is a question for Frieda. What is the name of that preservative that is allowed to be used?
Okay. Oh my goodness. I wrote it down somewhere and I could not, if someone else asks you a question, I'll go quickly find out.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Melissa.
So I just want to say that I have Aurora lipstick. I'm not wearing it tonight. I think I'm wearing Zoom lipstick. But I have Aurora and I love it. And I have the body wash, which I love. And I wanted to ask Frieda and Robin. I'm so thrilled to hear about these products, because we didn't get to talk about them when we met. So I'm really interested in what you're the supplements. So I'm going to talk to you about that. But Frieda, what about shampoo and sunscreen? Do we have through Aura some shampoo and sunscreen available?
We are working on shampoo, but it's not ready yet. And unfortunately, we had a Skin Version 2.0 this year, so we actually kind of did not change the formula, but we actually upped the percentage of active ingredient in our product and also adding more probiotic to our treatment. So our work on coming up moisturizer with SPF was kind of interrupt. So we don't have one, but I have a lot of suggestions that I can send it over.
Okay.
Yeah, they are clean, and even like different foams, even a powder foam that you can use that you can dust on your skin. So we do not have, but it's super important. Yes.
Okay, because I just wanted to ask because we're actually Alan and I are going to, and Eli, we're going to Puerto Vallarta in about a week, so we need sunscreen that's safe.
Okay, I'll let you know. There's a website you can go. There's a one I personally use. You can order from Amazon.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Emma Kay?
Thank you. So thank you so much for the presentation. You know, Frieda's Spa Night, I did go and it was a lot of fun. So I do recommend people go. and I have a question for, you know, whoever can answer for me. I happen to be looking for like a probiotic supplement. I don't know if you have any recommendation. There are so many out there and I don't know which one's good. Like I've taken a couple before and didn't see any result. So I'm just kind of like, okay, I mean, I want to try a different brand, but which one would be good?
Well, I use in probiotics, I do have USANA. I do have some USANA ones. This is the lactobacillus and the bifido. That's the one that was, all the research was done on reducing inflammation. But even USANA knows, USANA has a lab that focuses on the microbiome, and they're coming out with different products because we're finding out as a science that for different needs, you want different kinds of probiotics. So we have one for, especially for the mouth, for oral, and we're developing some more, but it's always a good idea with probiotics. I mean, I love the USANA, but sometimes I mix it up and I do another because you want the diversity. So you want different things. And do you like fermented foods? Do you like any fermented foods?
I do have like natto. I don't know if you know what it is, but I've been also like told soy. It's pretty much a soy product, and I'm trying to conceive, and somebody was trying. Like I'm hearing like soy product can be a little bit like
You can have some issues with soy.
Right, and then you know, I thought about kimchi. My husband's Korean, but then spicy food can irritate skin, I guess, and I have like severe eczema too. So I don't know what other.
Well, there is, there's kimchi, there's regular, the German sauerkraut. If you have, the real one, the fermented one, pickles.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you in the States?
Yes.
Yes. A company called Bubbies. I went to a fermentation festival. And there was a scientist there who, that's what she does, is studies all these things. And she actually liked Bubbies brand pickles. They have pickles and sauerkraut. She said that's real good fermentation as opposed to the fake one where they kill the bacteria and then you're eating dead stuff. Kefirs, water. If you want to be careful about dairy, you might not want to do the dairy kefir, but you can do water kefir, kombucha. A nice thing that what I've been taught is alternating things, not just finding one product and sticking with it, but alternating different things. So I do a little combination of fermented foods, USANA's, probiotics, and then we have a probiotic bar, which I love. It's not sweet at all. It has prebiotics and probiotics in a bar to eat. So it's sometimes my breakfast.
We have some comments from the chat here from
Somebody loves Bubbies. Oh yes, refrigerate. Yes, sauerkraut definitely. Otherwise, if it's in cans, it's been killed. It's dead. It's not good. She's totally right. Bubbies, sauerkraut, Bubbies. I like all of Bubbies products. And they're in the refrigerator. They're in glass jars in the refrigerator section of most fresh market type healthy, more healthy food stores.
Okay, thank you.
Krista?
I wanted to get back to Ronnie. So the ingredient that we use is phenylpropylene.
Phenyl. Okay.
PHENYLPROPANOL. So EU standard says that you can use no more than 1.0%. We use less than 0.5%. So that's the one preservative we use in our product. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, Krista.
That's okay.
Yeah. I just had a question about vitamin C. So a lot of companies offer vitamin C creams, and some are clean companies. So what, how helpful is a vitamin C cream?
So the vitamin C is just like a vitamin E. It's an antioxidant. So it's very important to, like, we want to eat a lot of antioxidant because it's kind of fight off the free radical, which does damage to our body, to our skin. The aging actually caused by sun exposure and also the free radical damages there. So a lot of skincare product has the vitamin C and has the vitamin E there and the vitamin A, because they provide that protection there. It's not necessarily stimulate. I don't know, when you put on the face, it will stimulate the collagen production.
Yeah, that's more internal.
Yeah.
Is yours have, what form of the vitamin C is in it? Because USANA uses ascorbates, which are
we actually don't use vitamin C because vitamin C tend to be unstable. If you don't use whatever, it loses its use. So we use we have like 6 different kind of antioxidant there, but the main thing we use is a very good quality form of let's see, it's a vitamin E. My goodness, my mind is it's vitamin E. Yeah, so that's what we have most in our product there. Now we have, as far, I really did not get a chance to talk about anti-aging, which ingredient, which I always talk about in my workshop, is we have really good peptides, and that's always on the top when it comes to about anti-aging. So there are 3 different kind of peptide, but one peptide is signal peptide that sends a signal to your skin to produce collagen and elastin, which is very, very powerful. Yeah,
and I think Renee, the USANA product, that we have peptides in our skincare too. But I know that in anything we have that's internal, taking a C, I mean, you find things with ascorbic acid, that stuff just doesn't last very long. And if with these ascorbates, with the mineral ascorbates, the vitamin C rises up and stays in the body longer, stays longer. They've done clinical trials with that, which is good.
Thank you.
So the vitamin E we use is a tocotrienol.
Yeah. So it's sometimes hard to remember all these words. Any other questions? Well, I'm going to send out an email tomorrow. I know there were quite a few people who said they really wanted the information, but they couldn't come tonight. So we did record it. It's still recording. Why don't I turn off the recording now? Yes.